Let's welcome Peter Loeb, Chief Executive at Lionrock Recovery. Peter, thank you for joining us today. I want to maximize our time together, so let's get right to the first text. Has there been an uptick in drug and alcohol abuse since COVID-19 came upon us?
Well, one of the things that we do know, and thank you very much for having me this morning, is that alcohol sales in general are up over 55% in March alone. We've seen a pretty big increase, about the same size, in admissions to our professional programs, and our support group meetings, which are all free, have tripled in attendance in the last month.
Wow, that's a 55% increase in alcohol sales. That is amazing. Okay, next text. Between the outbreak and recovery, this person says, I'm really stressed. How can I manage that before it gets to be too much?
You know, everybody who's dealing with drugs and alcohol is self-medicating anxiety. So it makes sense that people would be feeling more anxiety now, given the pandemic and the isolation. So most of the things that we can normally do to relieve stress are not available. Reaching out is a great thing to do. If you are struggling yourself with anxiety around the COVID pandemic, we've set up a free group, COVID-19 support group meetings that are for anybody. You don't have to be struggling with drugs and alcohol, and they can be accessed through our website at lionrockrecovery.com.
Okay, next one coming in from a concerned husband. My wife has gone from a glass of wine a day to 3 or 4 per day. Should I be worrying?
You know, something that we say a lot is people say to us, so do I have a drinking problem? They'll ask a question like you just did. And usually what we say is drinking causing you problems? Because I know that sounds simple, but if drinking is causing you problems, then yes. So things to look out for are a change in behavior, a change in the way of thinking. Is she basically looking forward all day to getting that first drink into her? Is she getting into fights more often? You know, you want to look at the behavioral changes and the attitude changes that are coming, not just how much somebody's drinking.
Next one, are rehab centers still open during this time when so many things are closed?
Brick and mortar rehabs are typically not open at this point, but there are online resources. Lionrock Recovery is one of those. We have both professional programs for substance use disorders, as we now call addiction, and we have free resources like AA meetings and alternative meetings and the COVID meeting I mentioned, all available at our website, lionrockrecovery.com.
That's a good resource. Okay, quickly here, Peter, we're about out of time. Can I get help without a computer?
Yes, you can. The question really is, can you get help not online? That's a lot more difficult. As far as getting help online, you don't need a full computer or laptop. You can use a phone or an iPad. Really doesn't matter. If you're looking for instructions how to do that, also on our site. All
right, Peter Loeb, Lionrock. Thank you, Peter. Great advice there in a short amount of time. We appreciate that. Thanks to all of you who sent in your text questions today. Please text us. We're here.